Hello guys, I'm gonna be creating my own what if civilization started over, but with my own twist. So as you can see, this is not regular Earth. So here's what I had in mind for the lore wise. Well, humans in the year 2080, Earth was like at the brink of doom since climate change and pollution, stuff like that, right? So they built a spaceship and got a small amount of people, and they found a planet, which is this planet. It's a bit more of a watery planet, but it has land, and they found it was habitable, but they don't really know anything about it. So they have landed around this continent. The world's name is Kirthia, but the continent's still working it out, and this is how it looks, as you can see. Okay. So I'ma just like let's just start. So okay, let's see here. So they maybe go off here. The rocket lands here, right? So they start like along the coast. Wrong thing. Excuse me. So yeah, they started along the coast, like too big. Yeah, so they started along the coast with around like maybe 20-30 people. But the problem is they don't remember anything from when they took off, which is a problem because they don't have memory. How are they going to build? So they're just essentially starting over with almost zero knowledge. So they start like here, or let's say right here. They make like a little colony, and they set up huts from wood and stuff and start hunting. Except the wildlife is a bit more treacherous than they thought. So it's taking them a lot longer to get food, but they make it out. Year wise, now anything, it's up to you guys. This is gonna be mainly your world, like how long is 1/8, stuff like that. Right now they don't remember anything, and I'm just coloring this out since it's a bit bad a bit. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. So they continue expanding, not that far inland, as you can see. This is a pretty big continent. This is the world map. They continue going out here, a bit more, yeah, like that. And by now it's been like 20-30 years since the crash. They don't know much. And some children are being born, but not that much, like not a lot at all. But humanity as it is, it's been saved most likely, and they just continue to expand and expand and expand. Okay, so they follow this coast. They just follow the coast, as this continent's pretty not dry, but it's pretty up north, so it's pretty cold. So they spend most of their time indoors, but the more south they go, the better. So anyway, continents name wise, it's up to you guys, but maybe I can brainstorm some ideas. So yeah, they expand here a bit more inland. Not that much though, since they want to stay towards the coast, as it would be beneficial for them and easier to fish. Yeah. So I told you the Earth lore already, so that's that. Okay. So after this, that's their little territory thingy. It's okay. Anyway, they expand more, but instead of down south, they try and find up north, see what's down there, following the coast again. And at this point, they have run out of the spaceship supplies, so they're now on their own to hunt and gather and do stuff like that. But yeah, so that's that. They connect that thing more to their main colony, as you can see. So yeah, this is that. Okay, so city wise, they have made like a small, at this point, a small city, like there. It's small, but it's what they have to work with. So their region right now, population wise, it's mainly down in the center here, right? But out like here, no wait, yeah, like there. Down south, it's more populated. So yeah. Anyway, they continue expanding. They start going a bit more inland, but it's still mostly coastal, since right now, yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, they have a bit of a civilization going on. I mean, they have borders, they have a small government, and they have a small government. And they start branching out in multiple areas, like up here, yeah, up there, and other areas in the world too. But they mainly stay closer to the shore, since it gives them shelter and fish, which the fish are very different and a lot harder to catch. In fact, there is also other life, but not intelligent life as they find yet. Mainly other animals, but they are more dangerous, and the fauna is a lot more thick. Anyway, so this is right now this. They are able to settle a new city somewhere down here, like there. So capitals are yellow, the cities are black, stuff like that, yeah. And they continue on expanding with prosperous growth. So far, everything's going okay for them, as you can see here. But after a while, some people, they don't like the government, so they branch out. They migrate, like 10-20 people. So they migrate down south, away from the coldness, down, and they arrive down here. They establish a small settlement down here. It's less cold down here, and it's relatively easier to live. So this is where they stay. That's that. And they make a small capital / settlement right there near the shore. Okay, so that's that. I mean, they are pretty neutral with each other, since none of them are hostile and they origin from here, and they don't need any wars so far. So the yellow team keeps on expanding, reaching more down south and relatively more inland. Yeah, just like that. And more up north a bit, and breaching out here. So the orange team follows probably the same strategy, but they branch a lot more inland, like exploration too, to see if there's more land inland and it's safer. As you can see, this is the continent they're in. It's like a sort of Japan type thing, I realized, but yeah. And they expand a bit more like there. Yeah, okay. So that's that. The red team, which is the superior team right now, is expanding more and more. It's getting even bigger. they managed to set another city down here up north, which so far most of their population lives like down here, up and down there. Up north it's pretty sparse, and especially down here it's not a lot. Orange team wise, everyone lives around here. Okay, so orange team, they keep on expanding and exploring, and they breach more inland, as you can see, like that. Here they continue going there, and they just refine their borders a bit. So that's how they look like. Okay, back to the reds. So like they're like this, continue there, and they expand more inland up here since they don't know what's down here, and it's now becoming more of a trend to go follow down. Okay, so that's that. So the capital is there. So by this time, the Reds, more people don't like the government. I mean, some people, they just want to create their own country. So they just branch out from the Reds, but instead of going south, they like more cold, so they go up north. Up north, it's pretty harsh weather up there, but they trek on, and then they finally settle in this like bay area. They're gonna be green. So this is how they look like. Yeah, they stay near the water since inland here is very cold and dangerous, since there's not a lot of food up here and farming is hellish. Anyway, they place their capital right in the center, there beside the lake. Back to the orange. The oranges continue branching out. Sorry, let me just put the pen tool again. And they eventually find water on the other side. So, excuse me, let me just do this properly. So, they hunker down here. And as you can see, right now, in terms of strength, it's probably the reds, then oranges, very close, and then the greens. But it makes sense, but maybe it could change. Anyways, the oranges settle a new city down here beside the river. So that's how they're looking like. Let me just fix these borders, since these are pretty disgusting-ish, but you know, it works. Back to the reds. Anyway, so the reds, seeing the orange's success, I mean, they have their own successes, but they focus now more inland, a lot more inland, and at this point they're mostly expanding and not caring for the citizens. The citizens start becoming angry, so they stop expanding and they centralize more, like this. They centralize more population, so people live mostly down here, and then they can branch out like that, like that, like that. So that's that. The green team is having a hard time up in the winters, up here in the north. So they have a hard time expanding or doing anything really. So they manage to expand a bit, but they're halted by the harsh weather. So these are the nations so far: the green team, the red team, and the orange team. The orange team expands more. The people are happy from the success, and it's a lot easier to live down here. Expand more up north on the shores and connected to the mainland. So this is how the orange